This is a German regulator clock that fell on top of me when I slipped and fell after I got out of the shower. This piece right here came off, so I already got it glued back on. The glass came out of the door. It did not break, and I'm very surprised. I gotta put that back on. But I also have to take the movement out because the pendulum fell off. It might have broke the suspension spring. So that's the project I'm going to work on today. To take the movement out, there's two little arms on the side that you unscrew, and then you can take the movement out. And you don't have to unscrew them all the way. You just unscrew them and it slides out. But currently the spring is catching it, so I'm going to have to put this phone down to undo the spring so I can get the movement out. Couldn't get to it, so I had to take the 3 screws that hold this brace, this main frame on. The hammer is behind everything, and the spring is catching more than what it needs to be catching. There we go. So now I have to make sure this thing is in beat, or put it in beat, make sure it's still working, and go from there. And with this movement on this movement stand that I bought through Time Savers, it actually works on this movement. I almost dropped everything. I say it works. Stand by. It semi-works. With this clock, it's got these 2 pins on it. And these 2 pins is to prevent the thing from getting out of beat once you hang it on the wall. Once you get it in a beat on a stand, put it into the case. You might have to do a little bit of adjustments, but I'm going to show you what you have to do next. Most clocks have got an adjustable birch and crutch assembly that you just move the crutch one way or the other way, and it allows it to slip on the clutch. With this particular clock, you have to hold the birch assembly and move the crutch assembly to get it to adjust. So you hold one end of the birch assembly, push the other end of the crutch assembly to get it to adjust. I really wish I had a camera person or a better system to record this. I have this attachment right here that hangs on my neck, and I'm going to put the camera on this attachment, and hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm doing when I record. Anyway, you hold onto the crutch with one finger, and you hold onto the birch with another finger, and you push the crutch one way or the other way to get it to slip. And there you should be able to see that the escapement wheel is rocking back and forth on the crutch. Again, you hold, I'm going to try doing this with one finger. Hold the birch with one finger, push the crutch to the side with another finger to get it in beat. And once it's slipping like that, it's close. Once you add the weight of the pendulum, you got to put a beat amplifier on it if you have one. If not, you listen to it to get the even tick-tocks. And there you could hear it, but I'm going to put the pendulum on to see if I need to adjust it more. You put the pendulum on and then you wait a few seconds or whatever before you start listening for the even tick-tock. That's not right to me, so I'm going to adjust it some. Adjusted it the wrong way. Better. It's not perfect, and I'm not going to sit here and make it perfect, because once you put the movement back in the case, doing this, I don't know whether this is level. Yeah, see, I don't have it level, so I need to put it level. Now I have it level, not level that way, okay, but if you sit here and mess with it and put it in beat, which is great if you're just got through cleaning it, doing bushings and stuff, but you know, I cleaned this clock a while back and didn't need bushings, but you're relying on the maker of the clock that when they put the movement in, they got it perfectly level. So there's no sense in put it in beat on the stand. Once you put it back into the case, you're going to have to adjust it anyway. I hope y'all can see this. I got this thing on my neck, but I want to rotate the hands and count the number of stripes. If I'm going to be able to rotate the hands, this clamp might be in the way of the hands. Sorry. Which it is. So I have to move the clamp out, put it somewhere else. So the pendulum is off, and I want to rotate the hands and go through every number to make sure it is cuckooing properly. I'm not cuckooing, striking. 2, 3, 4. That was 4. Half hour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. $5:30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna have to take the dial off, take the hands off. The hands are loose. It has a clutch system also to make sure the hands are tight. The hands are dropping as I turn the hands around. And again, it all happened because I fell out of the after I stepped off my bath mat after I took a shower. But I hope y'all are liking this video. And there's the trademark H.Th with the bird in the oval. And according to Mikrolisk database, there's 3 of them. This is my trademark. It was made by H.Th. Mylius of Ulm, Germany. This is the quality more movement, the one with the prima quality in the underneath the oval. And then they have the second quality in oval. So I guess mine is the last quality. I'm not for sure if that's the way it works. And a lot of times the Mikrolisk database will give you the year out here on the side of when it was made or when it was registered for the trademark. But in this case, I don't see it. And putting the legs on the movement, you can stand this thing up. Now, I was told by my friend Robert, he tried to order some of these through Time Savers, and they don't have them right now. I sent him a set today that he has to modify. And speaking of those legs, I did a video about this before, and I'm going to do a better video. You can go buy these nuts that have the washers attached to them. So buy 4 bolts and 8 nuts, 2 nuts for each bolt, and then take a Dremel, and you have to cut away some of the bolt. That way that bolt goes into the movement, just like these legs have this section right here that's cut, and this section, it goes 3/4 the way. The cut goes about 3/4 of the way back, 2/3, something like that. And that way, when you tighten the bolt down, they don't come off. And so you can go buy this set. I went out today and bought 4 bolts, 8 nuts, cost $5. But with the stand on, I can now take these hands off. It's got a tapered pen, and the tapered pen was the quality made in India, so they break real easily. But you take the tapered pen off. You got the convex washer. You take that off, and now I can take the hands off. And I just want to show you that as I was rotating, I was doing this. To me, they're too loose. So I'm going to try to tighten them up some. Did you see that? It fell backwards. It's on 20 minutes. Sorry, it's on 15 minutes till the hour. You see that? It's falling backwards. It's too dang loose. And so I'm going to try to tighten them up some. And this clock should be the same way as another clock I worked on. There's 4 pins that you take out to remove the dial off. Again, tapered pins. Now the dial comes right off. It should come right off. And then I remember now, this is the clutch system. Once I told you it's got that convex washer on it. I just have to bend that convex washer to make it tighter. And put this back on. It's really pretty. And I might take some mothers to this while I have it in my hand and clean up the movement some to make it look even prettier. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And if you've been following me long enough, I will told you every time I mess with one of these clocks, I always break the suspension spring. So I have to get in the habit of taking the suspension spring off before I do anything else, or I will break it. For some reason my camera shut off. I don't know if I hit record or what, but anyway, as I was saying, I'm using a rag, dipping it into the mothers, wiping it off, cleaning it with the mothers, and then using a different rag to wipe it off. And you basically wax on, wax off type thing. Karate Kid. And so getting a different rag to wipe it off. Shines it right up. I highly recommend getting this Mother's product. And again, I'm not gonna sit here and clean it all up, but I want to be able to see the trademark at least. And this is that bottom bracket that goes onto the clock like so, and then those two bolts that hold the movement into the case fit in the side of the bracket, and you can see which part I cleaned up with Mothers and which part I didn't, or at least you should be able to. This side I cleaned with Mothers, this side I haven't done it yet. Same way with the back. Again, I'm just experimenting, and my friend Robert, he'll take a week to clean up a movement. He's that meticulous. My hands hurt. I'm not gonna take a week to clean up a movement. I got other things that I would like to be doing. I got a lot more clocks than what my friend Robert has. So the movement is as clean as I'm going to make it. The proper way would be take this all apart, because once you run a clean rag down, let's say I go this way, and you can see the streaks going this way, but let's say I go this way, and now the streaks are going this way, and so I put some Renaissance wax on it afterwards to prevent fingerprints, but as you can see, the fingerprints are showing up, and I think a lot of it's because I didn't wait for it to dry that well. But as you can see, the movement is so much prettier. It shines up a lot. Anyway, I'm going to put this thing back together. So I got most of it back together. I bent that convex washer to make it more convex. And as you can see, let me hold the thing upright. The hands are not moving. As they were. The taper pen from India, those things suck. I'm going to use this pen right here. But I'm going to flatten or cut off the very end so when I go to take it off again, if I go to take it off again, I don't get hurt. Now to find my hole. There it is. The way this clutch system works, all the parts have to be together to include that convex washer. To put enough flex in it. Now the hands are tight. The spring for this broke in the fall. It was underneath the hammer and it's supposed to go on top. It was loose on this plate that it gets in, so I soldered it. But now when it's tripped, you can see the spring is doing its job and it's making the hammer come down so it'll actually play or hit the gong really hard. I just wanted to make sure that the wire itself that I'm using to keep the count wheel on is not going to affect the spring, and that's why I'm manually tripping it to get the count wheel to go all the way around. And I think it's fine myself. It's time to put the glass on the door and fix that. It's time to wind it up also, I believe. I hope y'all are enjoying this video of me fixing my fallen clock. Here I put some Aliens tacky glue down first, and then I'm going to add the strip of board, and the glue and the board together should hold that glass in. Again, as you can see, it didn't break. I might have mentioned this in the first video I made about this clock, but as you can see, it's clearly missing the decorative piece that goes on top of these regulator clocks. But you know what? You know how much I paid for this clock? Not a dang thing. So I'm happy. My friend Ron gave it to me. Now the hardest part about these clocks, because you can't see the hammer that well, is adjusting the clock to get the gong to play properly, to get the hammer to play properly with that nice vibrant sound. And that is, like I said, the hardest part. Plus, you can't allow the movement to go all the way back, because if you do, the crutch assembly is going to hit the spring. So that's what these little levers on the side are for, is the movement slides in and out of this groove that's on these clocks. And so I'm going to try to adjust this, and I'll be back. As I was saying, these two flat pieces slide in grooves, and you push it in there, and then figure out where you want to stop it. You can look through the side glass to see the hammer. It's dirty for you to see, but anyway, I can see it. And you want to make sure that the hammer is away from the movement enough, that way the crutch doesn't hit the spring, etc. Nice vibrant sound. Seven o'clock. So now I hang this thing back on the wall and put the beat amplifier on, along with pendulum, to put it in beat. So I didn't hang it back up in my bathroom. Leave it there for a little bit. It sounds like it's in beat. It could be off a little bit. But I hope y'all like this video. Please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel. And may God bless each and every one of you. One last time with the gong. To recap, this thing, just like with cuckoo clocks, where the antique Count Wilstock cuckoo clocks, they got a compression washer under the minute wheel with minute pinion. This thing has got a and it's called a clutch system. This thing has got a clutch system, but the way it works, you put the hour pipe on, the minute pipe on, the hour pipe on, the dial, the hands, and then this compression washer, and you squeeze it to put more pressure on it, and then the taper pin, and that's how the hands don't drop as they rotate. And that wasn't all that was wrong with this clock. Again, it fell on top of me when I slipped after I got out of the shower.